What's up everybody, Hassan is here and today I'm going to show you how it's like to live in Georgia as an expat doing business and living for 3 years. It's my personal experience and you're going to have a lot of information about Georgia and the Georgian people. I'm going to show you my friend and you are going to see a lot of things. So if you are thinking about moving here or doing business in Georgia, this video will be very helpful for you. Also, if you are wondering about the residence permits issue, how to start a company, many other issues, you will find the playlist up there. It has all of the information, all of the important information I talked about before in other videos. If you have any question about living in Georgia, about Georgia in general, just comment below with your question and I will be happy to reply your comment with all of the necessary information I know. If you are serious about moving to Georgia or doing business here, my contacts will be in the description. Feel free to contact me. Subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell that when I release any new videos, you get notified. In this video, I'm going to show you the real Georgian people who I live with in the last 3 years. The place where I get my food, my vegetables, the market, they are all in my area where I lived for these 3 years. And they are really nice people. I love them so much. We have good memories together. Let's get to the street. Favorite breakfast every day, approximately every day I eat this at Jaburi, and this is my favorite salad. You will be eating a lot of cheese if you decided to come or to live here. So I'm gonna have this breakfast so fast and I will be back to you in 1 second. شوكولاتة chicken. Mala diyet.
It's fine, really. I like it. I love it.
So you should give me this pencil because I make it.
Okay. You change?
So those are the people who I lived with them since 2016, and that's why I love this country. These people we became like a family. The guy who sells the food and the lady who sells the vegetables, they are all my friends. That's why I love this country. These people are very hospitable and welcoming everyone. I moved to Georgia in 2016, and since then I left just for a couple of days to different other countries, to Turkey, to Russia, to Azerbaijan. I never get the same feeling that I find in this country. These people are so hospitable and so nice. I'm sitting now in Lokabolari. It's a very popular ice cream shop, and since they opened here in this area, I become a permanent member, a permanent customer to them. I know all of the people who are working there, and they are very nice also. So let's talk about the pros and cons of living in Georgia as an expat. Well, there are many pros actually. The food is very delicious. It's also very cheap. Comparing to Russia, for example, it's very, very cheap. And the cost of living here is pretty cheap comparing to other countries, like the rent price, the bills, the internet, the electricity, the water. Everything here is, comparing to the other countries, are very cheap. So this is one of the pros here. Living is not expensive, and the services also is pretty fine. Like the internet speed here is very high. This is very important to me. Like comparing to other European countries, internet services is very high here. If you are a digital nomad, this is your place. Yeah. The second pro here is safety. Georgia is a very safe country, and especially Tbilisi, police are everywhere, and the crime rate is very low compared to other countries in the same region. Compared to Turkey, I didn't feel safe in Turkey, I didn't feel safe in Russia. But in Georgia, it's different. It's very safe here, and the police are everywhere, and they are professionals. They are most of the time ready to help everyone. Pro number three. The pro number three is the country here is not totally Western country. They still have some of the Eastern tradition culture, but they are moving towards the Western culture now. In the recent years, you will find a lot of techno music clubs, a lot of cultural Western culture appearances everywhere. So they are moving towards the West. If you are from European countries, you will feel the same here. Like you will feel that you are in a Western country, not an Eastern country anymore. The four pros. It's very easy to start a business here. It's very easy to register a company. It takes 1 day to register a company, which is amazing. The fastest services ever. And there are some transparency. There's no corruption in the low level of services. There's no corruption at all. Everything is transparent and clear. So starting a business here is easy. Opening a bank account is very, very easy. Either if it's a personal account or company account, it takes maximum 15 minutes, which is great. The banking services are very professional, and online banking also is great. For my experience, I used the Tbilisi bank, one of the famous banks here, card in Russia and in Turkey, and I never had any problem. If you are planning to start a business here, make sure to watch the video up there. I talked about procedures and everything related to starting a business here in Georgia. So make sure to watch the video up there. One of the most important pros here is the country is very beautiful. The mountains, the green views, the landscapes, it's amazing. And I guarantee you, the real beauty is when you feel it, when you see it by your own eyes, not through the photos or the videos. Getting a residence permit here also is not as hard as in European countries or in America or in England or in all of the Western countries. There are some amendments happened 5 July, since the 5th of July, and it's still not hard to obtain a residence permit. To know more about this residence permit issues, make sure to watch the video up there. Very recent, I did it like a couple of days ago, and it includes all of the details, all of information you need to know about residence permit. It's an updated guide for obtaining a residence permit in Georgia. One of the pros also is visiting Georgia for any purposes is easy. If you are from any European countries, any European countries, if you are from any Latin country, from America, from any Southern American country, you can come to Georgia. You can enter Georgia for 1 year without any need for a visa. You can stay in Georgia for a total 1 year without any need for a visa, and before this 1 year end, you can just cross the border to Armenia or to Azerbaijan or to Turkey and come back, and you will get a new 1 year again. So it's pretty easy for you to come and enter Georgia. The procedures are very simple and very easy, and the passport officers were very nice. When I came here, they were very nice, but I don't know if they changed or not. So it depends on your experience, on your luck. It depends on your luck and on the mood of the passport officers. So let's talk about the cons. One of the cons here is if you are going to do business, you will need to be careful because the resources of this country is not rich. Georgia is not a rich country with oil or petrol. Georgia is a rich country with a very beautiful landscapes and with a perfect soil. So for agriculture, Georgia is great. There is no much resources here. You should be careful if you are coming in Georgia to invest. What the type of investment you should do? You should make sure that you are investing in the right place and in the right business. My advice to you always is to invest in agriculture or real estate or tourism. These are the three major of a successful investment in Georgia. You might find something else better, so that will be your decision. In this country, in Georgia there are poor people, and the poverty is a big problem here. Unemployment is a big problem also. Salaries is not high enough. So if you are coming to Georgia to look for work, to try to find a job, it will be a hard mission for you. It's an impossible mission for you. It's not easy, especially if you don't have the special skills, if you don't have a special and very great skills that the market needs. But in the other side, because the salary are not high, it's a great opportunity for investors because they can have a lot of employees doing great work for a very cheap prices, for a very cheap salary. So in a brief summary, if you are coming to Georgia to invest in some business, make sure to invest in one of the three major investment sectors in Georgia: agriculture or real estate or tourism. Since I came here in 2016, all of the successful businesses I saw were in these sectors. I started a business myself in hospitality business, which is a hostel. I had a hostel in this area, especially like 10 to 25 meters from this place. I had a hostel, and it was a successful business for me. I made a lot of profit of it, but I sold it 8 months ago. It's with a new owner now, and we are friends. I had some hard time here also, I think, because there's no business without hard time. There are some problems you might find because of different factors, different circumstances. So it happens everywhere. I don't find something special to talk about, but in general, I'm enjoying living here. I think I can consider it one of the cons here, that you get very connected to the country, you get very connected to the people, that you couldn't help living it. When I decided to leave, I just felt no. I still have a lot of connections here. I still have a lot to do here, and it becomes very hard to leave. So in general, Georgia is a great place for digital nomads, people who has a very high skill, people who want to retire in a very beautiful views with a very nice landscapes, people who want to experience a different life than the city life. I mean, in Georgia there are a lot of cities, but even the cities in Georgia are, comparing to the cities in the big countries, are very small. You can consider them even as not a city, as a town or something. So Georgia is a great place for these people. Also, it's a great place for investors who will invest carefully in one of the sectors I mentioned before. And that's it for today, and I hope you got some helpful information from this video. If you have any question about Georgia, please feel free to comment below in this video, and for sure don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell, that when I release any new videos you get notified.